This is my 1998 Volvo V70 I bought off Facebook Marketplace for just £1,200. I didn't buy it like this, I did this. I'm in the middle of a gearbox change. In this video I'm going to be tackling some of the interior issues the car has. Mainly, one big problem, which is my fuel door doesn't work anymore. So that's scary because there's no emergency release. My cigarette lighter, which shows my battery voltage, which does work, has stopped my rear 12 volt from working. So I'm going to have a go at pulling all this out and wiring the back one back into it so it works, because I would like to use things like a inflation pump, and then we'll have a look at the fuel pump door as well. So the first thing that needs to happen is the center console needs to come out, which is quite easy on these Volvos. There's just 2 bolts here. So I'm going to get my handy dandy eBay kit. It might be 2 bolts, it might be 1. You might need a flathead to get in there. Yeah, 2 bolts. They look like 10 mils to me. Oh, smaller. They look like 8 mils to me. Look at that, first time. Where can I keep these where they will be safe? Good question. Okay, so that now comes up. So before that comes out, your change drawer needs to come out, and then this all just disintegrates. Okay, so I'm going to disconnect those. There we go. How does this come off? I don't think it does actually. I think it just pops through. Handbrake fascia off. I forgot that this wiring loom is like biodegradable, and it's just peeling off in your hand. Disgusting. Okay. The actual crux of the issue. So what we need to figure out now is we've got these wires. Oh, those wires that go to that, they come down here. Oh yeah, they're just not even plugged in. What I've done is pulled it taut. The cable that came out just here was actually loads more length, and all that was wrong with it was I forgot to plug it in. So this is the loom that comes from the car, gets divided up here, and then just need to plug it in, and we should have 12 volts when it's plugged in. That's a fucking great result. No soldering, no cutting, no nothing. Plug it in, and it should be as it was. Sorted. Now what I want to do is make sure this is more secure, because it does come out while I'm driving. So sticky tape maybe? So this all goes back together as it came out. I can confirm that the 12 volt socket did work after plugging it in. What I forgot to do was secure down that faceplate, so it does still fall out. So then we need to switch focus to the fuel filler switch. Now, that is electronically controlled. There is no emergency release. I've looked high and low, outside of the car, inside of the car. There's no emergency release. That stopped working at about the same time my central locking door switches started playing up. Sometimes they would go off on their own, lock the car, unlock the car randomly. So what I want to do is pull these out, unplug them, then pull the fuel filler switch, which I think does work, but is getting confused with the central locking. So let's do that first. We'll start on the passenger side. Oh my god. It's just cracking. Jesus Christ. I fucked that up big time. I've sort of broken that one a little bit. But anyway, it's unplugged now, so we can go and unplug the other side, which I've already popped off. This one comes off easy. I've already had this one off before. So let's try pull the switch. What? Here you can see me gingerly prying at this switch panel here. It is just a pressure fit, so just get something in there and pop it out. Okay, so I've got the meter in continuity mode, so when if the button works, it'll beep. Yep, that button's working. We'll check the other one. Okay, so both these buttons are fine, which is cool because that just made it a lot more difficult. So we'll plug this back in. We know that the switch isn't the issue. We might as well check the voltages coming into that green connector over there. So the voltages coming in, there's 3 cables, there's ground, and there should be 2 lives. So we should expect a ground there, and then a 12 volt here. Nothing. And a 12 volt here. 0.4. What? Ground. 0.4 volts. So be the one that's working, and if we plug it in, we should hear a click when we pull the one that's working. Okay, and we do. And then the other one, there's no voltage. So this will be coming from maybe the fuse box. So we should have a look at the fuse box and see if there are any broken fuses. We should have done that to start with, to be honest. Okay, getting that panel off. Where do we start? There we go. And then that should come down. That can go in the back. Where's the fuse box? So the fuse box is just here. Many fuses. Right, we've got a little control panel here, so we just need to find the one that says central locking, 6, 20 amp fuse. We do, and that is totally fine. So, ignore that. That's fine. I'm just going through all the fuses just to make sure there's no blown circuits, just to rule anything out. Maybe the secret lies in the boot. What is all this? This might be related to the tow bar. Solution by Design, Electrics Limited. I've had a small break and I've changed my jumper. I had to go to the dentist, so. Oh God. All right. The fuel filler cap is just above the wheel arch, right there. So all of this pristine plastic needs to come off so that we can get behind it and check any wires that might be back there, or if there's an emergency release, which I don't think there is, because I swear to God I've looked before. But let's just give it a go. Okay, that just pulls up from the front and slides out. Ah, look, screws. Be right back. Oh, it's a 1/4 inch Torx bit. I hate imperial measurements. Pulling these. Okay, that slides back to reveal nothing. Nothing. So the fuel filler cap is back here. So an emergency release would be here, going towards the, and there's a small gap. Okay, let's see if we can get a hand in there. What is that? Yellow and black. Comes in from this wiring harness here. Yeah, so we're just going to test the voltage going to the actuator for the fuel filler release. So I'm going to test it. This cable is the power to the solenoid, right? Ground is the black one, and when we get a beep, it's 0 ohms. But if we test the power, it's also 0 ohms. So it's like shorted to ground. As in, it's always getting voltage? Yeah, it's always getting 0.2 volts, right? What are we getting? Oh, nothing. Weird. So if I pull the switch... This feels like a good time to mention, if you're watching this far, you're in the 25% of people who actually watch the video the whole way through. So I just want to take the time to say thank you. And if you could hit the like button and the subscribe button, it would be massively encouraging for me to carry on. Thank you very much for watching. Okay, so maybe I need the key in as well. I can hear a relay clicking. I just heard a relay click when I plugged that back in. So if I plug this back in, this is going to be a pain. It's invisible. It's like above that screw hole there and then round. Alright, after loads and loads of fiddling, I think that's clicked into place. With any luck. Alright, lights are on. Console's in. Oh! Great. Okay. But why does that happen? I don't know. So the other... there it is. Bloody hell, have I done what I set out to do in one day? Right, that doesn't do anything. So I'm going to have to pull the switches apart and see what's wrong with those. Right. Ooh, do I want to? Okay. And then we pull it one more time. Not working. Okay. This is good. This is fault finding. Unplug the central lock in. My hands are bleeding a fair bit. Then we try it again. Oh my God. Yes. Okay, so we know what the problem is. We know the problem is something to do with this module. The central locking switch isn't working. All right, So we're in the workshop where all of my computers get repaired. So get the flash on so you can see better. It's getting dark out here. What I'm going to do while I'm here is glue this piece back onto the fascia. I'll do that off camera. There we go. And we're off. So, how does the switch work? Well, we can see that one there shakes this rocker, which will be this here. There's some goop there, which I don't know what that is. Oh, right, okay. And then the contacts, just push down on that metal pad, and that's what's making a connection. Okay, there's some resistors in there. Okay, so after degooping it, it's a lot cleaner. And now when we put the switch on, instead of a one or the other, locked, middle, on. Locked, middle, open. I think it was just a case of cleaning everything up. Okay, so it's test time. That is still curing, but as long as we're not too heavy-handed with it, it should be fine. I'm going to plug the battery in and we'll give it a go. The essential locket. Okay, that's not a good sign. It's not locking. So fuel filler cap. No, that is working. Is my lock working? No. Okay, is it not locking because I'm not in it? So we lock that, and it comes straight back up. Other doors open. Oh, you have to push quite hard, but it does work now, where it didn't work before. I'm calling that a success. I think that's going to go into place. Now that we're done with our electricals, we can put the battery back on charge while we wait for the clutch to arrive. Turn that on. Cool. Alright, we did it. 2 problems, 2 fixes. I expect the next video will be the gearbox going back into the car and we can finally take it for a spin. So make sure you subscribe to catch that, and I'll see you in the next one.